After you watch this short video, you're going to become an expert on the Miami residential rental market for the first half of 2021 compared to that same time period for 2020. I'm going to share my screen with you. As you may have heard on our previous videos, the All in Miami group, which is the real estate group that I'm in at Compass, we do probably about 80% luxury real estate, and we do about 20% everything. So I'm going to break this down just so you can get a better understanding of the data. And by the way, today is July 4th, so happy 4th of July to you guys that are watching the video today. And what I did is I broke it down to, because in Miami, all of Miami-Dade County, we have different types of rentals. We have seasonal rentals. People fly here for the winter. People come here for vacation. But what I wanted to focus more on today was annual rentals, because sometimes when you have these seasonal rentals, sometimes the numbers are very skewed. They're much higher than they should be. So this is, and there are much less of the rentals than the total rentals. So I wanted to give you a better idea of what exactly is going on with annual rentals. And when I say annual rentals, these are going to be single family homes. They're going to be condos, townhomes, villas, which are here. They're basically one-story townhomes. They're attached units. So anyways, let's go to my screen. So like I said, these are annual rentals. It's single family condo townhomes, just like I said, villas combined. So this column is going to be January 1st to July 3rd. Since July 4th isn't over yet, I wanted to put up until the latest time. So it's a little bit, just a few days after the halfway point of the year. And then I did the same thing for this year. So that's last year, this year. This number is going to show the number rented and the difference you're going to see. And I have different price points, as you can tell. And another thing I'm going to do is, after I go over this, I'm going to share with you, what does this mean to you? Just so you can get an idea. And I'm going to share with you some information coming from, I guess, ground level, because there are, multiple people on our team. I can share with you how it really is if you're looking to get a rental in this market, whether you're a landlord and you're looking to rent your place, or you're a tenant and you're looking to get a place. So let's start. So I started off from $3,000 to $49.99. I didn't want to go under $3,000 because there are just so many different rentals that took place last year, this year. It's not going to really make that much of a difference when you see the numbers, meaning that just too much data to consume. But at the end of the video, I'm going to, when I get closer to the end, I'm going to share with you, even in that price point, what's going on, so you can get a better understanding. So at $3,000 to $4,999, again, these are all 12-month rentals. There were 1,956 last year for the first, basically, half year. This year, there's 2,469. So roughly about $500, not dollars, but 500 more rentals that took place in this price point. So that's almost a 25% increase. That's a huge number. And when you see these numbers, what I'm not showing you is there is much less rentals on the market to be rented. It's much less inventory, just like in the homes for sale segment. So much less inventory, but with much higher numbers, okay? So between $5,000 and $999, it was $620 compared to $990, an increase of roughly 1/3, 33% or so, give or take. So much greater number again. From $10,000 to $14,999, there were 118 compared to 179. Huge number difference. From 15,000 to 19,999, it was 54 compared to 86. What I wanted to tell you that I forgot to tell you is, in case you like having these numbers and you're just curious to keep them, no need to take a screenshot. I'm going to have a link to the data at the end of basically at the post. You know, if you see this on YouTube, Facebook, you know, Instagram, wherever you see this post, there's going to be a link to this data so you can share it with someone or keep it if you'd like. So no need to write down anything or screenshot. I mean, by all means, if you want to, go ahead. But I'm going to be sharing the data with you, a link to it. Okay, so from 15,000 to 19,999, there were 54 rented last year. This year, 86. It's almost a 60% increase. If you go to 20,000 to 29,999, there were 48 that were rented, and there were 77 rented. Huge difference, you know, almost 30%. Is it 30% more? Almost 60% more, actually. I don't want to do a math quiz because I'm probably going to fail doing this video. But anyways, 30,000 to 49,999. And I'm sure while you guys are seeing these numbers, you're probably wondering what actually rents for this. And what I'm going to do is, after I finish sharing with you the data, I'm going to share with you the two highest priced properties that rented last year and this year. And I want to make sure, I'm always worried about doing my Zoom screen sharing with multiple screens open, because I have PTSD. I did a speech before. I was the speaker of one of these sessions. There was like a few hundred people that were listening to me, and I was sharing the wrong screen for the majority of the time. And everyone was so kind. They didn't, I guess they didn't tell me, or you know, they texted me and I couldn't see my phone because I was paying attention. So anyways, I'll share with you these properties that are the two top properties so you can get an idea of them. And, you know, the funny thing is, when I share with you them, both of them rented in less than 30 days, the highest rentals for the first half of last year and this year. So going to 30,000 to 49,999, there were 16 rented last year, and there were 37 rented this year, more than double. Huge numbers. So 50,000 or more, last year there was 9, and this year 19, so more than double. And the highest annual monthly rental price, and both of these were single family homes. One was 120,000 per month. That was this year. I mean, that was last year, and this year 125,000 per month. Both were in Miami Beach. The addresses are pretty close to each other. And I'm going to share with you this. So as you can see, so before I share, I'm going to share with you basically, what does this mean to you? What does all this data mean? I could share with you data after data, but at the end of the day, if I don't tell you what it means, if I don't break it down a little bit more than just numbers, it doesn't really mean that much. So let me share with you. I'm going to give you a couple examples that happened the prior week. Today's Sunday. So the beginning of last week, we put 2 rentals on the market. One we put on the market for $2,100. So I wanted to share that one with you because that one is below the $3,000 mark, but just this rental gives you an idea of what happened in that market. So this rental, the person just moved out a week ago, and we put it on the market Monday. And so that person was renting it. It was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo, and it was in Miami. It was in, the address was 1650 Coral Way. And that property was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It was decent. It wasn't really updated or anything, but it was decent, new appliances and stuff. Had a good sized balcony in a good area for those of you that don't know Miami that well. And so that property was renting at $1,875 a month. So I spoke to the owners. They live in Chicago. There's 3 of them. And what I did is, you know, I thought, you know, the market's better, even though they just came out of the rental at $1,875. Let's try a little bit more because the market is higher than the past. So we put it on the market for $2,100. So within a few days, we had multiple offers. And this was on something called an electronic lockbox. Since the property was vacant, didn't have furniture or anything, it was safe to let people just go as they please and see the property. It was a gated community. So we would know who actually went, when they went, how long they were in the unit. And so for that property, we must have had, over 30 showings within 2 or 3 days. And so we had got multiple offers. And keep in mind, again, this was 2,100 was the asking price. We ended up getting 2,400. We had multiple offers for over the asking price. So at 2,400 compared to 2,100, that's a big increase. That's like 115%, give or take, over the asking price. It's a big increase. And keep in mind, at 2,400, that's what we're getting. Someone just came out of a lease for $1,875 a month. So what a big number. That's almost 1.5 times what we were getting before on the property. So I'm going to give you the second example. This property just came off the market. It's a single family home. It was just outside of Coral Gables. For those of you that know Miami, it's called Little Gables. It's probably, if you run fast, you could probably get to Coral Gables from this address in about 1.5 minutes. If you drove, like 20 seconds, it's just at the end of the block. So this property, to give you an idea of it, was 1,600 square feet. It's fully updated, 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a den, and small yard, 5,000 square foot lot, single family home with one floor, one level. So it was a nice property. So the person that just came out of the lease was renting it for $3,600 a month. Okay, so $3,600 a month. They just moved out maybe 2 months ago. The owner's been, did some work to it that he needed to paint and do a few other things to the unit and make some adjustments. So this property was definitely turnkey. It was in great shape, fully updated. Appliances were very new, it had impact windows, but again, very small, about 1,600 square feet. This home reminded me of a home like in California, because they have small lots in some areas, small homes, but really nice looking. So this property is probably worth, I would say, in this market. So in another market, it would probably be worth about 550 to 600. In this market, just because it's a crazy market and there's very little inventory for sale, especially in this area, especially updated with impact windows and all that, it would probably sell for about $700 or $750. So this property we put on the market for $4,200. Again, it rented for $3,600 a month last. And so we put this on the market on Monday evening. We put it on the market. And so a lot of people, didn't see it until Tuesday. But anyways, actually, my mistake. On Monday, we took the photos and then we put it on the market. It was Tuesday night, and most people didn't see it until about Wednesday. And then so Wednesday, we probably had about 40 showings on the property just because it had an electronic lockbox. It was vacant. There was no furniture or anything. So we felt safe to do it that way. And so we had about 40 showings. We had 11 offers on this property. Again, it was $3,600. We put it to $4,200. We raised it to 1/6 higher than what it was. So roughly 18%, give or take, more than it was last time. And with that said, at $4,200, we had multiple offers. Probably about 90% of the offers that we got were above asking price. And the offer that ended up getting the property was for, again, asking $4,200, was for $5,000 a month. They offered $800 more than the asking price. So roughly, a little bit less than 20% more than the asking price. And they also were willing to pay the full lease upfront. So they paid a year upfront, plus they gave 3 security deposits. So that's to give you an idea of how the market is, the rental market. The rental market is just as hot as the real estate market, if not hotter. And so why does this happen? Just to give you an idea, like why is the rental market so hot in all these different price points? So the main reason is this. There's so little inventory on people looking to get homes, to buy homes. And because if someone is putting 5, 10, 12 offers on a property or more and not getting them, a lot of people still need to move. So they need to get something to live in. And with that said, they've been renting. A lot of people have been trying to rent. And now what's happening is they're more and more, as the inventory decreases, all these rentals are getting absorbed and there's less of them. So again, supply and demand, there's less supply, greater demand, and it makes the prices higher and higher and higher. Some people are renovating their homes. You know, people have lived in their homes for a long time, didn't go on vacation because over the last year and a half because of COVID. So they've made a lot of savings and they want to make these big renovations to their homes. And while they're doing them, they feel more comfortable just living in something else. They can get it done quicker. So that's another thing. Another thing is we have people coming from Chicago, New York, the Bay Area in California, DC, Boston, just everywhere. And they're trying to establish residence in Florida to save on their taxes. So all these people are trying to move here as well. And some of them want to rent first before they buy. And some of them also want to, they are trying to get homes, but they can't. So they end up having to rent. So that's what's happening. So I'm going to share with you, hopefully that gives you a better perspective of the market. So I'm going to share with you, let me stop sharing my screen for a sec. I'm going to pull up these 2 highest rentals from last year and this year. Hang on one sec. So while you see me there, I'm going to do something else. I don't think you can see what I'm doing, but that's okay because I'm going to pull up this rental from 2020. So 1510 West 25th Street. Let's find that. 1510 25th Street. And I know you are not seeing this, but let me pull up this. So, okay. Okay, let me share my screen. Let me see if I can find this thing. Perfect. Okay, hopefully you can see what I'm seeing. So this is a multiple listing service, the MLS, for those of you that know it that way. Basically, for you, those of you that don't know what the MLS is, it's basically a real estate website where we have all our data for all the rentals that come on the market and for sale units, what we share with clients. So this was put on the market for $160,000. It ended up renting for $120,000. It was on the market only 29 days. And I'm going to show you some of the photos. It's a beautiful property. Let me see if you could see this. Hopefully you could see what I'm doing. So this property is about $25 million, might be more now. And if there are any errors with me showing this to you, I'm gonna share a link to it. After I see the video and I see if it's being shared, if I shared the wrong thing, I'm going to put a link. If I didn't, then I'll just keep it as is. So I don't know why they did this. They show the photo and then they photoshopped it to show it like at night. You see that? Let me see. It's like, why would you do that? But whatever. Everyone is different. So, you know, one of the things I don't like is, as an agent, and one of the main things, and I'm sorry, I'm sort of ranting here, but I think it's important. If someone is going to list their house for rent or purchase or whatever the price point is, even if it's 100,000, you want to make the pictures, the photos, the first few as compelling as possible. So let's go back to this. Okay, so the first one looks decent. So this one should have probably been the first one, because if you see this, this one looks better. And so why I say that is a lot of these websites that are apps or other ways people look at properties, sometimes they only have the first photo. And why not have your best photo? Like, why are you going to do this and then do this? I don't know. And then do this. So people have, their attention span is very little. So they may not look at all of these things. Why are you going to show it twice? So anyways, I'm not going to continue, saying all the things I don't like, but property is beautiful. And sorry if I'm going a little bit quick. There's 53 photos, which I wouldn't recommend having that many photos. It's too many photos. You want to have like the best, like, I don't know, 15 or 25. But like, why would you have this? And then why do you need that photo? But anyways, I said I'm going to stop. So I'm going to stop. And just because I love marketing, it bothers me sometimes when I see things that are done in a poor fashion. Anyways, bottom line is it's a beautiful home and it rented for $120,000 a month. So anyways, I'm going to stop sharing my screen a sec. And I'm going to pull up the second one right now. So that was in 2020, the highest rental. And I'm going to find the highest in 2021. So that's 1826 West 23rd Street. Let me pull that up. 1826. I know you're not probably seeing what I am seeing, but okay. So let me see this one. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen again. So this property was listed for $150,000 a month, 1826 West 23rd Street. This was, it rented for $125,000 a month. It was on the market only 14 days. I mean, they took 25,000 off, but still it was on the market only 14 days. So it's 7-bedroom, 7.5 bath, built in 2017, about 7,300 square feet. So let's look at this property. This was also on the market in the past. They took it off the market for $21,900,000. So let's take a look at the photos of this property. This person does a much better job of the photos than the last agent. So props to this agent. So that's a beautiful view, just a beautiful property. Again, $125,000 a month. And when I say that, it's for the year. It's not for like 2 months or 3 months, because Jade on our team, she did a rental for $120,000 a month, but it was for 1 month. It was a single family home. She also did a rental, and just to show you how hot the rental market is, it was for a condo, and it was for $60,000 a month. Her client put an offer for $60,000 a month, and there were like multiple offers for it. And at the end of the day, her client really wanted it, so they increased their offer 1/3. So they went up to $80,000 a month, and they rented it out. So it's a beautiful property. Definitely nice. At $125,000 a month, I guess a lot of these people are extremely rich, and they need to move residences, so they're probably saving a lot in taxes too. And at the end of the day, if you have a ton of money, it doesn't mean as much, the $125,000 a month. So hopefully that gave you a better insight into the rental market. And sorry, this video was a bit longer, but like I said in the beginning, I wanted you to become an expert of the Miami rental market for the first half of this year compared to last year. And hopefully that did that. And like I mentioned before, I'm gonna have a link to the data. So if you just click on the link, you'll be able to see that. And if you like these types of videos or you have any suggestions, just let us know. You can DM us, you can comment below. Our website is allinmiami.com, allinmiami.com. You can reach us that way. And the last thing, please make sure to subscribe to this channel so you'll be able to get updates as they come along. You hit that notification bell, you'll get notified as soon as we have a new video. Thanks so much for watching us. If you ever have any questions about real estate or even places to go, if you're going to move to Miami or you're visiting Miami and you just want to know like a nice restaurant to eat, some hole in the wall places to get some food or just some things to do, just let us know. We'll always be happy to help you. Thanks so much, guys. Take care. Stay safe. Love you. All the best.